What if you could get free traffic while other people pay for it? This is actually just going to be a fun video. To be honest, I've been a little sick today, but we are 23 days in a row with one YouTube video on both channels, and we're not breaking it today. So this is just going to be a fun video. I can almost guarantee you're going to learn something. And whether you implement this strategy exactly or just take ideas from it, there's going to be some valuable stuff here for you today. This one's going to be a little raw because, again, just being sick, I haven't had as much time to prep, but I've got all the tabs open and I'm ready to book out this strategy. So really curious to see what you guys think of it. Let me know down in the comments. I've actually used this and I have gotten leads and I have directly made money using this. So it's a QR code strategy. I have done this on a basic level before. This strategy is taking it to a different level, and it's specifically hijacking a certain type of content with our QR codes. So here are the three promises. Is first of all, 95% of you have never thought of or heard someone else share the strategy. I've been in marketing for 6 years now. I've never heard someone pitch it like this. So again, I think it'll be interesting if nothing else. Guaranteed free views while someone else pays. This is what I love about it. It's actually, the term we would use is ad hijacking, which is already getting your mind going. We're going to take what someone else is paying for, and we're going to put our promotion there, and we're going to be strategic about it. I'll even tell you kind of how I got to this idea and the combination of things that got me there. And then I'm going to, at the very end, add another component of what can you do to actually get the max out of this, because you can do it at a low level where you're just doing it. And then you can do it at a really strategic level where you're tapping into the best places to get the maximum amount of traffic. So we'll make sure to hit that at the end. So here's what we're doing. I've made a video on this on the second channel before. Let's see, where was it? The channel is called Jake the Affiliate. It's down here, this one right here. So I posted one QR code on Facebook. It made $2,500 while I slept. Craziest first experience with this ever. I actually learned in general about using QR codes from sorry, my voice is shot. It might not be the cleanest video. Apologies. I actually learned about it from a course called Profit Trigger AI, which goes a lot deeper into QR codes than I'm gonna cover in this video. If you want to learn about that, the course is actually really cheap and it's well worth the investment. And I'll put that link down in the description, and I think I put them up here. I have some extra bonuses that go with that, including if you watch that video, I go over a lot of like viral threads and how to use them. But anyways, you'll get that for free if you decide to buy through my link. Just let me know at email at info@jakethornhill.com. So what we're going to do is we're going to create these images. We're going to add our QR code. If you scan this, you're going to see it takes you to my free lead magnet. So you can do it straight to an offer. I don't recommend it. So I think the best way we're going to be thinking about this is like, we're going to attach this to an ad that is in our niche, and we're going to say, hey, that's awesome, but what about our free version? So like, what if we can solve the same problem, but we can do it for free? So that's like in the perfect world, kind of what we're aiming for. So ideally we want to send this to something free. You can do it directly to pay it. Again, in that video, it was actually an example of straight to a affiliate offer that I was able to get paid on. Again, this video is different than what I did in that strategy because that was just free posting. In this, we're going to go find competitors' ads, and we're going to create an image. We're going to put our QR code on the image, and then we're going to try to rank at the top of the comments for that ad. And then they're going to continue to spend hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on their ads, and we're just going to get there to sit there and siphon traffic from it. So it's a really like unique strategy. My one biggest caveat that I'm going to give you is I would probably max this out to about 5 at a time on Facebook. You don't want them to think you're just doing it all the time, get flagged, or I think all that would really happen is they would stop showing your comment because it would get flagged as spam. But that's why we're also going to introduce a really good engaging comment. So we're going to have our image, which is going to be a scroll stopper. We're going to have a really good comment, and then we're going to put it on someone else's ad. So the traffic they're paying for, we get to siphon a little bit of it. So ethically, maybe somewhat questionable, but at the end of the day, like, it actually does benefit them in a way too, because engagement on ads is actually helpful for their ads. So if they choose to delete it, they always do have that option. But in my experience, they actually haven't been deleting these because the engagement is more important than like the small amount of traffic that I'm able to siphon off. So all you're going to do is go to Canva. I mean, you can see a couple examples I did of this. You still aren't using AI, learn how. So you can do generic images like this. You can see I did a, if you don't know how to do these kind of images, I have a video right here about AI thumbnails, which is exactly how I made this image. So you can very easily go learn how to make these. But this one was my AI clone, got 1 million views. Here's how, right? So psychologically, like, it's just interesting. If someone is already thinking about AI and thinking about clones and like, oh, I would love to learn to do this, now this is very, very intriguing. So that's a lot of what we're doing is we're tapping into the psychology. Make sure it aligns with the offer we're putting it on. It aligns with the free lead magnet we're giving them. And then we want something that's just shock and awe. People just aren't used to seeing images in the comment section. If my clone can do 6 figures in a year, so can you. Here's how, right? So point to clone. Whoa, how do you do an AI clone? I've got to check this out. So that's kind of the vibe we're going for. The free lead magnet that I've been using is what is my main lead magnet. So they'll sign up. This is my free training to help people hit 10K a month in their online business. And you can see that link down in the description if you like to get that free training as well. And then we're going to use, unfortunately, we're going to use ChatGPT. I actually had this set up. I'll actually throw this in as an extra bonus if you purchase profit triggers. This is and this is actually how I got this idea a little uniquely too. I actually built this project out inside of Claude this morning. So we're using this for YouTube viral comments. So we're going and finding YouTube videos that are getting tons of traffic, especially when they're only been posted for a day or two. And we're using a similar strategy, but without the images, on YouTube videos to drive more traffic to YouTube. Because at the end of the day, my whole business is around driving more traffic to our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel drives it to our high ticket offer, where we help people consistently hit 10K months and can almost guarantee it. So that's the strategy we're going with. We're going to use, anyways, I will show you how to make this kind of project, because this took a little bit of strategy to build this out the way I actually wanted it. I'll show you how to do that. If you decide to purchase profit triggers, just email me at info@jakethornhill.com. It's not currently on the bonus sheet, but I can add that, a 10 to 15 minute video going through how to do this in depth. Now, unfortunately, I just ran out of space. So we have to use ChatGPT, and I don't feel like upgrading from $20 to $100 just for this video. So this is kind of just a basic prompt that I gave it. And again, it already understands what I have built into the project. So it understands kind of my voice through my YouTube channel. It understands the kind of content that's going to be most likely to get engagement. So this one's gonna be a little different, because normally this is for YouTube or YouTube comments. We're going to hijack other people's Facebook ads by adding our own comments. We're going to add an image with a QR code that goes to our free training on how to hit consistent 10K months. Sorry, got to move that. So I need you to provide 3 different comment options. Make sure it's written out in such a way that it won't offend anyone running the ad, because I don't want them to delete it. You give us 3 quippy sayings we could put on the image. It will usually be a picture of me plus a QR code. I like pointing out that the QR code will be something free. We're really trying to get someone's attention to get our free leads, or to get free leads. The QR code can be made directly inside of ChatGPT. It's a little stubborn about it sometimes. I had to go through a few options, but I did eventually get it to give me the QR code. So I basically took the prompt that I would typically do in Claude. Claude is a much better writer than ChatGPT is. I did a separate video on this because it is drastically different. It's 100% switching over just for content writing. I use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff still, but the content writing is so much better. So, but for this one, we'll use this. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the images. You can think that up on your own. Like, this is more of giving you the strategy. We're going to look for an ad. We're going to say, do we have an angle that we can use with this image? And then we're going to put the QR code on it. We're going to find just 1 to 2 good examples of how we can do this on an actual ad. This could bust, because I don't know if I'm going to find it live or not, but we'll see. But either way, you should get the idea. And then we're going to talk about how to do it 1 level higher, where you're being a little more strategic. Okay. So I'm going to pop onto my Facebook. The only reason I'm almost hesitant to do it here is because I'm an affiliate for them, and I don't really want them to kick me off. But So if genuinely, if I'm looking for the perfect ad, I would like a few comments, but I don't really want to try to compete with 903 because I'm only going to do this for probably 3 to 5 different ads at a time, maybe 2 to 3 times a day whenever I get a few minutes. So you could, I mean, these are pretty basic. You could probably get yours to the top. This will come back to our more advanced strategy, though, is because I would definitely tag Brian if he's in your niche, though, because you know when he has this much engagement, he's running a lot of money to his ads. That's going to drive me crazy. I hate the Facebook like stacks DMs up over here. I'm too OCD for that. All right, let's see what we can find here. Instadoodle. Okay, let's just test this one. Again, all this is just going to be real time. So this isn't going to be the sexiest video, but hopefully you can take some ideas from it. Here is one ads copy. Any good connection to my lead magnet? Okay, here's my first thought with this one. So this was a Instadoodle, I believe, is a ClickBank offer that is like not showing your face. So those who don't want to show their face but still want to make money. So what I'm thinking here is this idea kind of might work. Let me copy it. Try an AI clone. Now, the only problem with this is, so I wouldn't necessarily run this one because this doesn't necessarily align with my lead magnet of 10K months. Try hitting 10K with your AI clone. Again, this isn't the best because this doesn't align super well with our lead magnet because we're not really talking about our AI clone in the lead magnet. So I would take a little more time and shape this out. Let me grab the correct one and come back over here. Shoot. Okay, we'll do it this way. Okay. And now here in a second, I am going to double check this before we run it. So let me make sure on my phone, just picking that up, that it goes to the right spot. It should. It does. It showed up a little weird, but that's fine. Okay. So we've got an image. Again, it's not perfect by any means. I'd be more strategic with it than this, but we can work with it. Let's see what ChatGPT gave us. Again, Claude would be better. I promise you the writing is better. I didn't believe anyone for months, and I wish I'd listened to him. This is a great ad to piggyback, content marketers. So non-intrusive. The tool looks super fun. Love AI doodles for everyone learning. Sorry, I know you can't see this. There's a little bar for my screen recording that keeps getting in the way. Let's contrast using doodles versus an AI clone, and then I'll add the image just so it has an idea. So ideally, what's going to happen, like this looks like it's taking a long time. It really wouldn't if you started doing it, because I'm pretty much going to have 1 to 2 to 3 images and do slight variations. Last time I did this, this was pretty much the one I was running because I was running everything to an AI offer. So anything that talks about AI, I could just use the same image, and it was running to an AI offer, so it was okay. So I wouldn't be redoing the image every single time. I just don't think it's necessary. Oh, let's go. It's not perfect, but it will absolutely work. Actually, I'm using that one. It's so much fun. I don't know why, but this strategy cracks me up. No, did I lose it? I will say this has been like my only issue with this. Oh, that's so disappointing. But this is a different company running the same offer, so that works. Boom. Add a photo. Add my photo. Now, I will give you a heads up. There will be some people irritated that you're doing this, but that is also very funny to me. I had someone complaining that that the company should. I love hater comments, by the way. What did they say? They should sue you for. They should sue you for something for putting this image on their ad. And I'm like, man, if that's what you're gonna get pissed at online, how do you even get online? It's crazy. I laughed so hard at that one, but. Anyway, so this is what you're going to do. And ideally, what should happen is like this should actually get a lot of engagement. People aren't used to seeing images in comments. If people don't like the software, they will like this just because it's like taking traffic away from it. It is just very controversial, which is what's going to allow it to show up. So you'll get a good amount of engagement. Also, that's why we're adding a really good comment. That's something I wasn't doing before. I was just doing the image, which you can just do the image. But the combo of the two is going to be really powerful. So that's the basic gist of how we are siphoning traffic from people who are spending tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads. I mean, if they've got 121 comments, 1,004 views, man, or likes, they've got to have spent $10, $20, $30,000 probably. I mean, it depends what kind of ads, right? Like if they were running engagement, they could have spent a lot less. But if they've been doing sales, which I assume they have, they've spent a good amount of money on this. And now if anyone clicks into the comments, and most people do, most people click into the comments to say, what are people saying about this product before they actually go click on it? They're going to see mine sitting right here. And I mean, what if I siphon 10%? What if I get 100, 200, 300 leads just because I have a QR code sitting here? It is unbelievably how funny this is to me that you can just stick this on here. And it honestly doesn't even pull anything away from this because if someone is actually interested in this, they're still going to go buy it. But I also can have the potential of getting a free lead. And if you really think about it, traffic is very hard to come by. It's very expensive if you're running your own ads. It's very time consuming if you're creating your own content. We're getting to just get free traffic from people who are paying for thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of eyeballs. So that's the strategy. Last thing we want to hit is how do we make sure that we're going to get the best bang for our buck? I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments. I know this is out there. Usually we just talk about YouTube and how to create an authority engine business and hit consistent 10K months, and been talking a little bit about using Facebook to get traffic to it. This is a little different than what we normally do, but I thought it was a fun traffic strategy that would be fun to share with y'all. So last thing is, if you're not familiar with it, you Google Facebook ad library. So here we're able to see the ads that other people are running. So what I would suggest doing is going and finding, let's say, 5 competitors in your niche, the 5 biggest people in your niche. Now, I don't know off the top of my head who that would be the biggest ones. I know a lot of people like near my size. But just for this, let's say Alex Hormozy. So what we're really looking for is someone who we know that they are targeting people who would be very, very similar to our ideal customers. We know they're spending a stupid amount of money on ads. And we know they're always testing new ads, which gives us, I mean, hopefully you see all the components there. If they're testing new ads, we have the ability to get on early, but we know that they're going to stick a lot of money into this to test it, which means getting in early isn't bad because it's going to get a lot of views. And then if one really goes off and we got in early, we hit a jackpot, right? So first we find these from Alex Hormozy. Now, unfortunately, you can't go directly to the ad from here. So what you're going to do is you're going to find, again, those 1 to 5 of your biggest competitors. You are going to go to all of their sites. You're going to go watch a bunch of their content. You're going to go to their website. You're going to click around on their website. If they have a video on their website, you're going to sit there and watch it. That's going to make sure all of their ads are going to start showing to you. So now, especially if we know who the competitor is, the kind of offer that they're promoting, now we can have like one image per competitor, and we're going to post that image on that competitor every time it shows up on our account. And that makes sure we always have it perfectly fitted for the offer that they're going to be promoting and in line with the offer that we're promoting. So use Facebook ad library, identify your biggest competitors, go watch all their stuff so their ads show up on your Facebook, and then be ready with the images and the comments ready to go as soon as they show up. And again, you do 3 to 5 of these at a time, 10, 15 of these a day. You will 100% see leads start showing up in your back office. You'll even see sales if you send directly to a sales page. I just don't think that's the most strategic way to do it. You can also send them to other places. You can send them to your YouTube channel. You can send them to your blog. You can send them anywhere, right? But a good free lead magnet is, in my recommendation, the best way to go. You could do an opt-in page, but I think you need to give them something, or they're not going to be super compelled to opt in because they don't know who you are, other than the fact you just stuck a QR code on an image. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. Again, I assume you probably haven't heard specifically of QR codes with other people's ads. This is guaranteed to get views. You 100% will get views. Another big benefit for me personally is because I am growing my Facebook, I'm also sticking it up here as a prime piece of real estate. People will find my Facebook account here. So now I'm getting more followers. Now let's go one step farther here. Now we hop over here. Someone clicks here. Here's my lead magnet again. Someone wants to book a call with me. Here's information about booking a call. Here's my YouTube channel. Here's more of my content. Here's more of my YouTube videos, right? Like, not only am I potentially getting direct leads, I'm also introducing people to my content in other ways. So again, fun strategy, unique, a little out of the box, but I'm telling you it works. I saw it on a direct post, and this strategy is significantly better than direct post. Only warning, don't spam. Do not do it 15 times in a row, or you're going to regret doing it. They'll probably lock your Facebook down for a couple of days. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you think this is the most unethical thing in the world, I don't think it's the worst. It might be questionable. I don't think it's terrible, though. Let me know if you disagree with me and what you think of it in the comments. Or if you have any variations that could even make it better, let me know down there. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you again very soon on the next video.